connect with folks who support me, connect with folks who just want to be better. Folks who recognize, like, man, I've accomplished some things in life, but I recognize there's more available to me than what I'm even tapping into right now. People who want to grow, people who want to be better. So I'm excited to be tapped in with you. My name is Rashawn Dozier. If you're stumbling across this and you don't know who I am an international keynote speaker who gets the opportunity to work with companies and teams, organizations, and individuals who don't want to stop where they're at right now, but want to grow beyond that, want to challenge and stretch their mindsets and grow their capacity to live and lead at a higher level. I do that through keynote speeches, I do it through books, I do it through workshops, I do it through webinars. But I want to share with you today on this Friday two things that you get every single day, regardless of the weather, regardless of what's happening politically, what's happening in the economy, regardless of what's happening in the world. If you're blessed with life, every day you get these two things. And if you lean into these two things, I believe that not only will it encourage you, but it can transform and revolutionize your life. Every day you get two things. I'm going to share it with you. And when I share it with you, I want you to not just receive it, but I want you to write it down with the intent to apply it. Yeah, not just receive it, but to write it down with the intent of applying it. Because this is what I know. I know that knowledge is power. However, knowledge is potential power because there can be no transformation without implementation. So write it down, apply it to your life, and go to the next level. Two things you get every single day. I heard this from a mentor some years ago, and it resonated with me. It has been in my life, and I try my best to apply it, but I try my best to have the understanding every day that these two things are in my life, and I have the potential to use them. All right, every single day, you get two things. First thing you get is a chance. The second thing you get is a choice. Two things you get every day. God put air into your body. Two things every day. You get a chance, you get a choice. And the choices you make after you get your chance is going to determine the quality of life that you live. So, hey, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching it on replay, understand that regardless of what's happening around you, I get there are wars happening. I get the economy's tough. I get that there are things happening in the world that are bringing forth anxiety and uncertainty. I understand that and I respect you. I need you to understand that I'm walking with you. I'm not negating or dismissing those things, but I need you to understand that you get two things every single day. You get a chance and you get a choice. And those choices that you make after you get your chance are going to determine the quality of life that you live. And so, if you want to live a better life, if you want to be a better individual, I'm not just talking about financially, but I'm talking about with the people that you love, that you do life with, your spouse, your children, the people that you care about, and even in your offices and in your communities. If you want to be better, you get a chance, you get a choice. And the choices that you make after you get your chance is going to determine the quality of life you live. Not your boss that gets on your nerves, right? Not the people that bother you, not the things that frustrate you, but you get a chance and you get a choice. And the choices you make after you get your chance is going to be the thing that determines the quality of life that you have. So right now, if you don't love the quality of life, if you don't love where you're at relationally, you don't love where you're at spiritually, you don't love where you're at financially, you don't love where you're at in your health, I need you to understand that you can make a tweak, you can make an adjustment because you get a chance and you get a choice. And so I want you to ask yourself real quick because it's not just about new information. Maybe this is a new component, a new piece for you in terms of information. It's not just about the information, it is about the implementation. And so I want you to ask yourself, how does this apply to me? How does this apply to me? What are you doing with your chance? What kind of choices are you making? God gave you life. Now, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the life in which He's entrusted you with, the life that He's gifted to you? I want to know what's the quality of your decisions? Are you making the choices that the future you're going to thank you for? Are you waking up every single day and saying, yo, I want more. I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to be better in 10 years. So, what am I going to do in the next 10 minutes? Because every day you get a chance and you get a choice. And those choices are shaping your life. Those choices are or growing you into the person you want to be or restricting you and keeping you from the person you want to be. And so that's all I want to do is I want to come in here on this challenge you today to evaluate the quality of your choices. Because every day you get those two things. You get a chance, you get a choice. And I need you to understand that you and you alone are responsible for the quality of life that you're going to live. So you get a chance, you get a choice. And I want you to make those choices that are going to help you grow and evolve into the person you want to be. And so, hey, write down the question: what is the quality of my choices? And if your quality of your choices aren't great, the quality of your future is not going to be either. But in this moment, you have the power to make an adjustment. You have the power to say, I'm going to make one choice today that's quality. A quality choice. That could be, hey, I'm going to go to the gym. That could be, hey, I'm not going to simply react to the people who are looking to trigger me. That could be, hey, I want to lean into my financials more, my business or my career. You get to make that decision. Because every day you get a chance, you get a choice, and the choices you make after you get your chance is going to determine the life that you live. I want you to live the life that you want to live by making the choices that you need to make. That's all I have for you. I'm going to jump off here. Comment. I see tip of the cap to you all. Thank you for commenting. Like, subscribe. I want to do more of these. These are coaching sessions. I want to come and give you off the cuff, give you something, pour into you, but it's up to you to take this information, implement it to create transformation because only applied knowledge is power. So I want you all to be powerful. I want you all to be great. I want you all to do well and become the people that God's called you to be. And say, hey, I'm jumping off here. Rashawn, keynote speaker, transformational coach. Would love for you all to like, subscribe, follow the journey. Much more content like this coming soon. Appreciate you all.